here, I'm going to pass around, if you want to put your email address, I'd be happy to send you an electronic copy, because some of these things would be a little bit hard to type into a browser, but I'd be happy to send you an electronic copy. Okay, so from the top, these are some basic concepts that I want to go over. Happy, especially since we're a small group here, to talk about other things in greater depth or skip over things. I heard that you guys had a social media event recently, or I should say social media workshop. Can anybody tell me what you covered in that workshop a little bit? Do you remember?
Well, let's see, we had a lab with Ariel and Moon. I was not on that lab. I don't know if anybody here was. And then we had David Murphy's daughter, who was talking specifically about social media, and she was talking about the various platforms and how Substack being one of the most popular new ones versus Instagram versus Twitter versus Facebook, and I was even pointing out how LinkedIn seems to be actually a preferred platform for people in the film industry. Go figure. I mean, I was noticing that in my screenwriting endeavors.
Oh, okay, good to know. Thank you. And try not to overlap too much here.
Don't worry about that. We forget everything.
Me too. That's right. So, as far as the key things to remember, I emphasize fun. If that's going to be sort of a brand, and we'll talk about brand in a bit, I think it's so important to make it fun. Otherwise, kind of what's the point if you're not having fun? Then move on, do something else, right? You're here, yay for fun. And then these three things that I have for the letter A. When Dave first got that traditional publisher that we were so excited to get, and I think you told a little bit about that story, and we can share as much detail as you want to know about that. But the guy that was the main PR person at Ocean View Publishing, he's the one that gave us these three things. Can't do everything, pick what you're good at or you enjoy the most, but it's supposed to be fun, and I've held on to that. And essentially, most of what's in here are things that I have sort of gathered from all these different conferences and whatnot that seem to work for us. Not necessarily going to work for everyone, but I thought I would share. Who all has, by a show of hands, a website for your